Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Desatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukham Karoti Vachala Pangum Nangate Girim Yat Krupatam Ham Vande Sri Gurum Dinatari Hare Krishna. So we'll see verse 12.16 today. So Krishna in this chapter of Bhagavad Gita called Bhakti Yoga is the series of verses. Krishna is explaining the devotee who is very dear to him, and by that he is actually explaining the different qualities of devotees, and that is actually the glorification of the devotee. So the glorification of process of bhakti is already done. Now Krishna is glorifying the devotees with by explaining their wonderful qualities. So let us see. Anupekshaha suchir daksha.
Anapeksha suchirdaksha
Udasino gata vyataha.
Udasino gatavyataha
Sarvarambha parityagi.
Sarvarambha parityagi
Yo mad bhakta same priya.
Yo mad bhakta same priya.
Okay, please chant.
Anapeksha suchirdaksha Udasino gatavyatha Sarvarambha parityagi Yo mad bhakta same priya.
Anapeksha susidaksha yudasino katavyatha sarvarambha parityagi yomad bhakta same priyaha.
Okay. So translation and purport. My devotee who is not dependent on ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, and not striving for some result is very dear to me. Purport. Money may be offered to a devotee, but he should not struggle to acquire it. If automatically by grace of Supreme money comes to him, he is not agitated. Naturally, a devotee takes bath at least twice in the day, rises early in the morning for devotional service. Thus, he is naturally clean, both inwardly and outwardly. A devotee is always expert because he fully knows the essence of all activities of life, and he is convinced of authoritative scriptures. A devotee never takes part of a particular party. Therefore, he is carefree. He is never pained because he is free from all designations. He knows that his body is a designation. So, if there are some bodily pains, he is free. A pure devotee does not endeavor for anything which is against principles of devotional service. For example, constructing a big building requires great energy. A devotee does not take to such business if it does not benefit him by advancing in devotional service. He may construct a temple for the Lord. For that, he may take all kinds of anxiety. But he does not construct a big house for his personal relations. So, this is another verse which glorifies the qualities. So, the first word, anapeksha. Paksha, the word is paksha, means the taking one side. I am on your side. Anapeksha means not taking any side. So that Srila Prabhupada mentioned as neutral. So anapeksha means actually neutral means he is stable. So yeah, last verse we saw that Krishna stressed, not only last verse, but we saw the second chapter, 17th verse that also, uh, even if the desires come, we should be equal. Equal means what? Or we should be neutral means we should not act. So whatever activities a devotee does, he is not attached to the results. So he is equal. Even if he is successful or he fails, it does not impact him. He does he or he don't want any results from the activities. And then he is clean, he is always daksha, means he is always uh, alert and doing his activities or how he does his activities. Uh, Udasino, udasino means all these all these characteristics or qualities. Udasino means not interested. Uh, Gata vyatha, vyatha means the pain. So gata vyatha, the pain is gone. He has no pain. Sarvaramba parityagi. So he don't do, he himself don't do endeavors. Mm. And parityagi is renouncing. So all these qualities, if you see, you can take it in other way, that how a person can survive if he don't do any endeavor, if he don't have pain, if he don't take any um, steps, or if he don't do any endeavor, how can a person live like this? But we have to come out of the normal understanding of doing the activities. Here Krishna is talking from bhakti perspective. So the qualities of a yogi who is doing the bhakti yoga, so all this is applies to the his approach towards the material things. So even if I work, I should not be attached to my work or the results of my work. Uh, or I should not extra endeavor, over endeavor for achieving something in my work. So for achieving, say, a good promotion or good something, I should not over endeavor. Of course, I should do my duty. That's why the word daksha is there. So he's expert. So I should do my work. Sorry, I should do my work very seriously and very expertly, but I should not endeavor to achieve something great out of my work. uh, there should in that area I should be parityagi, because if I am attached to get more salary or more position, that becomes entangling. So in that situation I should be parityagi, but I should be daksha, I should work. Udasino, so I should be uh, uh, I should not be interested or taking initial steps for achieving or executing or gaining some material things. uh. So all these qualities, actually Krishna is trying to stress that we should focus on the spiritual thing or bhakti part, and these qualities of all uh, should help us the bhakti. Uh, if it is not helping the bhakti or devotional service, then we are not interested. So here Prabhupada gives example of building erecting a temple or against a building. So temple we should be, because it's a devotional service. But if I want to do something for myself, I should not be so interested. But I should be interested if I want to gather some donation or something for temple. So that is an example that for devotional service, I am interested. I will do any endeavor required, but I will not do endeavors if it is not going to help me devotionally. So it covers all the material things. Uh, so that does not mean that Krishna is saying that you leave everything. No, he told Arjuna to fight. So in fighting, he should not be attached. So there we should be equal. So everywhere Krishna is trying to tell us that we should be equal to these dualities in the material world. Seventh chapter we saw that as soon as a soul is born in this material world, he faces the duality. Uh, what is good, what is bad, what is favorable, unfavorable, everything, heat, cold, success, failure. So there is duality at every step. So Krishna is trying to tell that a devotee is beyond the duality. He is not entangled in that. That's why he is very dear to him, because he is focusing on Krishna, or he is focusing on the devotional service part or bhakti. So here Krishna at every end, last fourth line of each verse is Yo bhak, yo mat bhakta same priya. That devotee is very dear to me. Uh, So a person who is materially entangled will not be dear, right, to Krishna, because he is following a different path. So the above all three lines does not support the devotional aspect. What Krishna is trying to say, he's trying to tell he should be uh, detached. He should be neutral, anapeksha from the material things. And all these qualities uh, a pure devotee will automatically have because he is attached to Krishna. But if we are not so pure, then we have to uh, endeavor to gain these qualities. So if we see in the Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, I think eighth chapter, the prayers of Queen Kunti. In that also, Queen Kunti says to Krishna that this material world is so entangling, and the more I get attached to people, things, I get more entangled. So she requested Krishna that remove this attachment from me. And what Kunti Devi requested Krishna is actually remove my attachment from my relatives, from my friends, from Yadus, from Vishnis, from my nephews, everything. Remove the attachment. So why she is also requesting, because Queen Kunti there says that this material world is a place of attachment. So once we are attached to something, we get entangled in that, and there is no end to this. So from attachment, the other attachment increases, and it's a never-ending cycle. So Kunti also says that remove my attachment. So here also the 12th verse, as already told, the person who is detached, he is peaceful. So all these qualities come when you are detached from material activities. So detached means anapeksha, neutral. You are not taking side of anything. Uh, and your suchi is added here is the cleanliness. Pure means clean. So Srila Prabhupada says, like the devotee takes bath 2 times. Normally devotees take bath 3 times who stay in temple. But at least who stay at home, they can take bath 2 times. Waking up early. So we follow a sattvic routine that supports the devotional service. And cleanliness is very important. Cleanliness is next to godliness. So wherever there is cleanliness, the mode of goodness is there. God is there. This we have learned from the childhood. So sucha is also very important. So all these qualities apply to the material things. We should not over endeavor to achieve something. So over endeavor will vary from person to person. For me, what is normal may be over endeavor for somebody else. Uh, So what is over endeavor for me may be normal for somebody else. So it depends on person. But considering our own capacity, we should not over endeavor for achieving something which is not supporting the devotional service. I will not say job or family or money or land. No. Whatever supports the devotional service, we apply it. But if something is not supporting the devotional service part, then we don't over endeavor. If it comes on its own, we accept it. Like money also, Srila Prabhupada said, if somebody gives, okay, we take, but we don't over endeavor to achieve great amount of money. Of course, we should think of our future also. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, though they distributed all part of their earning, 25% they kept for themselves, for their future also. Srila Prabhupada also kept something for his family, to take care of his family. So that way, the mind is not disturbed by the material things. So if you want to keep safety, money, safe balance, that is okay. But how much that is important. If we over endeavor to gather money and save money, that also not support the devotional service. But a healthy amount which gives us feeling of safety and no anxiety, that is required, then only we can do bhakti. So all these qualities are to enhance the bhakti, uh, so that the mind is steady, and then we can do the bhakti. So we'll see more of few qualities in the next few verses. And that's where Krishna will, and the last verse, Krishna will summarize everything, all the qualities, how these qualities will be achieved, that Krishna summarizes in the last verse. So tomorrow we'll see the next verse with more qualities, which also stresses on the point of equalness to the material things. When we say to the material things, actually interesting point is Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in the Bhagavad Gita's commentary, he says that devotee sometimes when he says parityagi, or when we say he is not sarvarambha parityagi, sometimes he is ready to give up some devotional service also if it is creating problem for his bhakti. He's ready to give up that also. So it depends on person and situation, but sometimes we have to take decisions to give up some service so that we will be more peaceful and we can focus on bhakti. So the devotee is ready to do that also, not only material, but in spiritual things also. He may be ready to parityag, he may be ready to sacrifice something if it helps for his spiritual growth. So thank you very much. We'll see tomorrow the next qualities that Krishna explains. So any comments or additions anybody would like to do? Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for joining and keeping this going. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. See you tomorrow.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, thank you.
Hare Krishna, thank you.